Alright guys, what's good, what's good? Hope everyone is having a good day out there today. And welcome back for episode 2 of the Crow Bros. Guys, we're going to be doing some TA on Crow token today. Just gone live, just going to bring up my chat. If you like the raw and honest content about CRO, the broader markets, then this is the place to be, folks, because I'm going to be bringing it to ya. We're going to be talking about CRO, where it's at right now, the current market, and the way that I am seeing it. Alright, just pop this here a moment. Make sure my audio is coming. Okay, seems like the audio is okay. I always just like to double check, just in case. Right guys, so before we jump into it, the first thing I want to do is I want to mention my weekly 1000 CRO token giveaway. It's super easy to get involved, and look, I've been a CRO OG, a Crow OG for a while, for about 7 years, and you guys here in the Crow community and on my YouTube have given back a lot. Okay, you've enabled me to sort of be able to do this pretty much full time, at least get back to it now after a bit of a short layoff. And yeah, I'm going to be on these charts bringing it to you guys. All right, so all you need to do to enter, it's super easy to enter, and in fact you can actually make some money by entering at the same time whilst actually being educated on how to do a bit of simple trading on the only exchange channel partner BitUnix, guys. Okay, so essentially all you need to do, guys, right here, I'm going to show you. All right, you need to sign up first with the link, guys. It's going to be at the top of the description of this stream and also in the chat. Get signed up with my link to BitUnix, guys. We've got a deposit bonus going on at the moment. All right, so for example, if you deposit 200 USDT, you're going to get a 40 buck bonus to trade with. $2,000 USDT and everything in between there, you can see it. But if you're depositing 2,000 USDT to trade with, you get a 400 USDT bonus. Okay, so I personally did this one when I started, and I actually made $1,000 trading with that. Okay, so once you get signed up with that, you just need to make one trade. All right, and I'm going to be picking a winner at the end of each week to do that 1000 CRO giveaway. All right, so really super easy to go ahead and get involved, guys. Get signed up to BitUnix. They're the only channel partner. They're the one I use, the one I trade on and trade with. And yeah, we'll see. We might be entering a CRO trade or maybe a Bitcoin trade today using BitUnix. Okay, just over here. All right, this is just my basically one of my accounts here. And also, you know, the thing about this is, guys, you don't actually need, first of all, to have a lot of money to trade. I'm going to be showing you how I started off trading with a better leverage, 2, 3, 4, up to 5x leverage. Can be done in a smart way. Where to put your stop losses, where to put your take profits, my kind of like psychology around trading. All right, whether it's with CRO trading. All right, we're going to focus on that. Take a bit of a look at the charts. Whether it's Bitcoin. All right, Zcash is a pretty hot one we're looking at the moment. There's a few projects going on there. Okay, there are a few projects. Oh, and also, by the way, if you also want to get involved with Astadex as well, guys, I will also leave a link for Astadex as well in there too. Okay, because they've got an airdrop going on at the moment, which is actually a pretty big deal, and that's some pretty cool stuff as well to go ahead and farm that airdrop. Okay, so let's go ahead first of all and have a bit of a look at the actual CRO chart. Okay, so we're going to bring up the CRO chart today. Now, what I like to always do is establish the pattern for the daily. Just out of principle, you want to at least start on those higher time frames. I mean, you can go to the 1 week or the 1 month if you want, but just because we generally know that the weekly's on a downtrend as well as the daily, we'll start with the daily. Okay, and guys, if you're a Crow bro, if you're a part of the Crow fam, you like an OG, please make sure you drop a like on this stream and say hey in the chat, and let me know if there's any actual coins that you also want me to do some TA on with this method. Could be like Chronos tokens, meme coins on the Chronos chain, anything like that, guys. This is episode 2. I'm here as a Crow bro for the fam. Got another G coming on to support me maybe in the next couple of weeks. This is going to be an awesome little stream, so make sure you stay around, subscribe. All right. So this is on the daily right here. We're looking at CRO on the daily. So how are we looking on the daily? Well, of course, we are still obviously in a downtrend. That hasn't been broken, all right? So I spoke on yesterday's stream, and I spoke about the top of the Trump mania all the way down to today's price here. We've had a 72% correction on CRO token from this top point here to the bottom point here where we are today. So what does this mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means, at least if you're someone that is just completely against trading on the short to medium term. If you're someone that just kind of wants to buy CRO anywhere here and cash out at maybe like 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, right now is a pretty damn good time to buy, especially if you're someone that's dollar cost averaging, if you're someone that's working, maybe you've got a job. All right, and again, these videos are never financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you're someone that's in the Crow fam, you're looking to DCA more into CRO, just black and white, folks. What do I need to say? Okay, this has been at 38 cents this year. CRO is now sitting at just above 10 cents, under 11 cents. In my opinion, for someone just looking to buy the long term and hold, this is a great place to buy. All right, this is a great spot to buy. All right, we're down 72% from that Trump high, as you can see there. All right, but now what we really need to do to see any signal of potentially returning and trending back upwards to that 38-cent level, it's not going to be easy. All right, we're going to zoom in a little bit. The first thing we really need to do is we need to take out this red line here, the 20 EMA. All right, currently sitting at 11,607. All right, 11 cents. We need to take out that level. All right, it's very important that we go ahead and do that, because right now we're currently a little bit off it. All right, in terms of a percentage, I can draw it up. Current price, okay. We'll call it about there. We're currently sitting at about 9%. All right, we need to work up 9, 10% and hold. All right, so what we want to see is a breakout above this red line and a hold. Okay, as you can see, we've been struggling. Okay, we haven't been able to break past this 20 EMA for a while. Okay, as you can see over here, we broke through it briefly. Okay, we broke through it briefly here at 15.8 cents up to 16.8 cents, but it was short-lived before we had a deeper correction towards where we are now. If we zoom out a little bit more, as you can see, that first initial breakdown after the Trump mania was here. All right, we broke through at this point here on Sunday the 14th. The price was about 24 cents, and we just weren't able to hold it. Okay, we started trickling down and down and down, and that just created the downward spiral. All right, so basically on the daily, we can break through there. The 11-cent level is the one to look out for on the daily. We've got a bit of work to go. That's got to be a 10% pump. Could be coming. I personally think that the Bitcoin bottom is in. All right, I do think it's in. I feel like 76, 77, 78K was probably the bottom for BTC, and I think that's going to push the markets up from here. And CRO token being in that top 50 is going to be one of those ones that goes freaking parabolic, because the thing is, it's got arguably the best fundamentals in the space right now. CRO token, okay? Now, the next level to look up for here, this strong EMA here, 13.8. Okay, we want to take out that 13.8 cent level. All right, that's going to be the 100-day moving average. Okay, the CRO. Then this is also a really important zone just through here that I'm going to draw your attention to right here. Okay, we've got a few points. All right, we've got the 200. All right, right there. We've also got this secondary orange line right here, and we've also got this aqua blue point here. All right, these are three extremely important levels. All right, I'm going to show you why. All right, let's have a bit of a look. Okay, so this first one's the 200 EMA, this white line. It's sitting at about 14.7 cents. This is the 200-day moving average, okay? So arguably the hardest level to break above the CRO token, that 14 cent 7 level. So clean break really above 14 cents. We want to be sitting at 15 cents. That will potentially send us a lot higher towards 50 cents. Okay, then we've also got just above it another important level at 14.83. Okay, so the 200 EMA is 14.7. Then just above it, we've got 14.8. Okay, so that's another massive level of resistance on the daily, and I'll tell you why. See this little P here? All right, we call that the point of control. It's basically where there is a lot of volume from buyers and sellers all in and around this zone. So you've got that as well as the 200 EMA here, and then just above it as well, what else you got? You got the 100 EMA, okay? So the red here, okay? The red's the 20, okay? The orange is the 50. We've got the 100 stacked above the gray at the moment, or the white, if you call it white, as the 100, and the white is the 200, okay? So basically, if we're just being brutally honest, folks, we really, really do need to see a solid close. I would say really above this realm here, just this green line that I'm going to draw straight through here. Call it 15.386 cents. we want to see a move up there, okay? And let's just draw it out. So we're talking specifically, because guys, I'm just bringing you the data. This is not just empty words. This is data-driven analysis, okay? Using TA to talk about what we need to get up there. We're talking about a 44.55% run-up, okay? A 44.55% run-up for CRO to really turn, in my opinion, the daily chart into a clear uptrend. All right, we need a 44% move. So right now, if you are looking to trade using the daily chart on the short to medium term, I'm talking like days, weeks, swing trades, things like that, you're going to have more luck right now with shorts. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you can't trade long. All right, you can't trade to the upside on the shorter time frames. All right, it is possible, and I'm going to show you all about that, and I'm going to show you where those opportunities may exist. All right, so we're talking about a 44% run up, and I just want to give you a bit of context by actually zooming back out and actually show you from one day here. So we kind of had this Trump mania that was kind of spread out here that we've got across here. 3 days, the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th of August. Okay, so if we take it from the 25th of August, all right, I'm going to take the measuring stick here, and I'm going to run that right up to that peak and just show you that it's not actually as bad as you might think in order to actually get that 45% move. Look at this, guys. We moved in 3 days based on that Trump media announcement 146% in 3 days. All right. So this kind of bullishness can come back into the markets. It's very possible. All right. So really, when you bring that back down into the context of here, in theory, 44% here, CRO token can do that move, analytically speaking. I'm not speaking from a point of emotion here, okay? This is just pure data-driven analytics. CRO token can complete that move. It's realistic to suggest that CRO token can complete that move in a day. If BTC has a breakup, all right, towards 90,000, 100, 115, 120, 125, and into price discovery, I personally feel like Crow is going to hit that 44%, and we're going to start to actually go from bearish on the daily to bullish on the daily. Guys, we've got 4 people in the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you being here. I am just an honest crow bro, bringing you the raw TA and the important news you need to know. Okay, whether to buy, sell, hold, what to do in the markets. If you enjoy that, then drop a like on this stream. Would really appreciate it. And also get active in the chat, because I'd love to chat with anyone that is also here. Oh, and don't forget, get signed up for BitUnix, guys, again, to get those bonuses and to enter into that 1,000 CRO giveaway, which I am doing every single week. All right, so if we go back to take a bit of a look at Crow, we're going to wind this back down, okay? We're going to jump into the 1 day over to the 4-hour chart. We're going to take a bit of a look and see what's going on here, because this is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting, okay? So I always start from like that higher time frame, that daily chart, and we're going to work it back down. So we're here now on the 4-hour chart, and the 4-hour chart is where actually CRO is showing at least the start of some bullishness, okay? We're still not out of the woods, but compared to how it's been for the last few weeks, it's actually looking okay. We're finding some consolidation, and we're finding some potential base price above 10 cents around this point of control. All right, so as you can see over here, on Sunday the 23rd, we had a lovely little move up here. Okay, we had a lovely move up. We moved up from under 10 cents, and we actually got to a high on that consecutive day at 11,270 cents. And if you're wondering, okay, what's this red zone here? Well, this top point of the red zone is essentially that final take profit line on the auto fib extension that we use over here on TradingView. All right. So again, the indicators that I use, guys, are the 20, the 50, 100, and 200 EMA, the pivots, and the auto fib extension. Okay. I also chuck in the MACD and the RSI as well. All right. But we're just using that for now. All right. Because I think that the Fibonacci's, guys, the extension and the retracement do give a lot of power in these potential moves here. All right. So as I was saying, there's a couple key factors where we're finding some really good base level support here on the 4-hour chart. And again, this is data driven. Okay. Now have a look at this. we've got the point of control. Now remember, this orange line here. Now remember what I said about the point of control. This is the point where a lot of the buyers and a lot of the sellers are stepping in, okay? This is like a midpoint. So it's really important because this line can act as a really strong resistance, but also a really strong support right here. All right, and as you can see, from breaking through here, the point of resistance from 10.4, all right, we broke above and we've really only tapped it once here. Have a look at this, 10.663, all right, sorry, on the 24th of November, we went down and tapped it once, 10.449, okay, we worked down, but we've basically held a steady price, at least a closing price on the 4 hour of 10.616, so I'm liking that. And also what I'm really liking as well is the fact that CRO is also managing to hold quite comfortably above the 20 EMA on the 4 hour. Okay, so it's holding above the red line really nicely, and this red line here is starting to move up. So that is showing some shorter term bullish price action on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so that is really something good that we want to see. So potentially right here, this could possibly be starting to look at potential entry territory for a long here. All right, on the 4 hour time frame, it's not looking too bad. However, I'd probably want to wait rather than buying in here at 10,666 or 10,661. I'd want to wait for the next retracement and buy more at like 10,522 or something like that. So really, if we're talking about a percentage drop, I would have wanted to try and buy in at around a 1.35% drop from here, which is significant because then you can ride a 1.35% up. If you do that on 5x leverage, we're talking over 5%, okay, on that. And in fact, you know, I'm not saying we'll definitely find a position to enter today, but I'm going to kind of show you, all right, the way I'm seeing it, all right, with the stop loss and everything. So it's looking good. In terms of resistance on the 4 hour, what do we got? Well, the first obvious line is where there has been a lot of resistance. So it is going to be this 0.236 auto extension fib level right here. Okay, so there is a lot of rejection off of this level, sitting in here at 10,750 cents. Okay, but what's positive is that we've had a couple closes above it. We had a close on the 23rd above it, and also another one on the 23rd above it. And aside from that, when you see these, like, see these long wicks here, these stabbing wicks. Okay, we got heaps here. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 stabbing wicks. That is essentially weakening that structure. All right, that is weakening the structure, and that is going to essentially potentially make it easier to break through. Now, I know, you know, we're still seeing, we didn't see on the last 2 lots of 4 hours, all right, we didn't see a breakthrough of the structure here, but that's not to suggest that it couldn't come quite soon. Okay, so this here, this little area here, this is quite positive to see. We could see a big move up pretty soon. All right, we are also contesting with the 50 EMA here. Okay, so the orange line. So we got a lot of resistance here right now on the 4 hour. A lot of resistance. Okay, so if I'm looking for an entry on the 4 hour, it's probably going to be more at the 10.51 cent level. Okay, as you can see, there's a bit of movement there on the 4 hour, but we're going to zoom it down even further. Okay, so this is how we want to do it. Okay, so I've basically assessed that, you know, I'd probably want to wait for that entry around 10,525. Okay, you might set up a limit buy, or you might wait to buy in at market price. Okay, we've got to kind of see how it goes. Okay, because let me tell you something. If we can essentially close over here and get over this resistance here, all right, so it would be essentially be closing at like 10.8. Yeah, we want to get up to like that 10.8 level. All right, if we can confirm close and breakout close and then confirm close, 2 candles. All right, we pretty much got a straight run up to the top. So it would be something like take profit there. All right, between these 2 levels, we've got a lot of room before we get up and actually hit the next EMA up the top there, which is going to be, I think it's going to be the 100 up here. All right, we're talking about a 4% move. Even if you chuck that on a 2x leverage, that's an 8% move for CRO to get up there. That's not a bad play at all, in my opinion. All right, that move there. So the 4 hour, the daily's not looking great, but the 4 hour is looking a little juicy. All right, I'm pretty happy with the 4 hour. I think we could probably do some numbers with that. Yeah, but what we need to do is we need to go down to the 1 hour next and see what's going on with the 1 hour. Okay, so let's have a bit of a look here and see. Now, on 1 hour, it's looking a little choppy. I'm going to be honest. It's looking very messy. All right, there's a lot of volatility around here. We are above that point of control also on the 1 hour, as we can see, but it's messy. See, we are kind of like within this EMA cluster right here. We've got the 200 here acting as a solid resistance, all right? We've got the 0.236 fib level, this red line, also acting as a strong resistance. We've got this 20 EMA causing a lot of volatility. See this volatility? We've got a lot of indecision right here. It doesn't really know what's going on here on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is quite messy, okay? We're trying to find a bit of support through the 50 and the 100, all right? Plus, again, we're above that point of control, but, you know, it's looking pretty messy here on the 1 hour, okay? It's not sort of super ideal because right now where the current price is at 10,639, all right, we are kind of struggling to get above that resistance at 10,663, right? However, really, I think the point to really get above is really here, okay? We don't only want to break through on the 1 hour, the 200 EMA, but we really kind of need to we need to get rid of that boss. We need to get rid of the 0.236 fib and start trading above 10,777, right? So ideally, we want to be trading at 10,785, all right? 10,785 there. So if we remember, you know, if we draw that 10,785 zone there, all right, we're talking like ideally just up here, to be honest, 10.8 straight up. Like we just want to pull this green line through here for a moment. Like we need to get above this green line, yeah, straight up. So if we go back to the 4 hour and just see if there's any other resistance in the way, as you can see, that's going to also work with our 4 hour. Okay, so if we can get up to that level, we also break on the 4 hour chart. We break through the 0.236 auto fib there. Okay, and we also break above the 100, sorry, the 50, the orange line, the 50 EMA. We're also going to break above. Guys, got 4 people in the stream. Drop a like on the stream for the Crow fam, guys. I'm bringing you honest TA on Crow and other coins, BTC, Zcash, anything else, guys. You got any coins you want me to do some TA on, leave them in the chat, and we'll potentially look at putting a trade on maybe CRO Bitcoin on BitUnix, guys, the only channel partner. Get signed up for that 20% sign up bonus today, guys. Get in there. Okay, so this is the line, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is the target that we need to get to for CRO token. All right, it's right here. Okay, we're sitting on it right here. 10,803. We got to get above that line. If we can get a solid break above that line, and again, I'm honing it in, guys, okay, because if we get a break above that line, that's essentially where I'm going to look at potentially entering a CRO trade position. All right, and if you're watching this video right now, you're watching this stream, you're probably going to want to look and keep that line on your chart as well. Okay, we're going to be watching that really, really closely. Okay, so we know what the line is. All right, and we're going to go zoom in even beyond the 1 hour. We're going to go ahead and check out the 15-minute chart. All right, let's have a bit of a look at what's going on the 15-minute chart. Again, it's looking really messy. Okay, it's looking really messy. We're within the EMA cluster, so to trade within this EMA cluster on the 15-minute chart, it's dangerous. Okay, you know, we want to stay out of it. We don't want to be involved in the market right now because it's just too much volatility. Again, we've got the point of control there. We got the EMAs all stacked in here where, you know, what's good is that we're comfortably above the actual 200 EMA. Okay, so as we can see here, you know, that's really, really good. We're above this here. We're above this here. Okay, but, you know, aside from that, it is a bit of a struggle, all right, in terms of breaking through these EMAs. But what is positive is that if we can somehow close above this level right here, the 10,737, all right, that's going to start our move to the upside to reaching that magic 10,800. Guys, if you're in the stream, mark my words, this is the green line. This is the price we need to hit right now to really break to the upside. 0.10800 cents for CRO. This is the line we need to break because I'm telling you right now, let's go and look at what kind of percentage move that we could potentially make if we do break above that level. Okay, so if we go back to the 4 hour, because that's what we're working on, all right, go to the 4 hour here, all right, there's nothing here, guys, there's nothing between 10,800 and 11,271. Okay, so 11,271. All right, so we'll mark green as our entry there, and we'll say the second green is, we'll take it a little bit before, so we'll just mark a second green line here. All right, and we'll call that our take profit. So this is the zone in which, at least based on the 4-hour, but we're going to cross-check this with the 1-hour as well, but this is the kind of zone we want to be looking to take some money in. A green candle to the upside here, if we're going long, okay? So let's go ahead and check this on the 1-hour now, okay? We're going into the 1-hour. Let's have a bit of a look and see if that adds up as well on the 1-hour. In fact, I think it does. All right, I think it does add up on the 1-hour. So long, the only thing on the 1-hour, okay, you've got two options here, and I'll tell you why. If you're going for this trade on the 1-hour, what sits in our way right here is the top of the fib extension zone here on the 1-hour. Guys, if you're in the stream, you're enjoying it, smash the like button, say hey in the comments. Let me know if there's any projects you want me to do some TA on right now. We're going to be live in this stream for another 33 minutes, okay? Going to try and bring these streams daily, by the way. So yeah, drop a like. I'm here for the Crow fam, yeah? And broader crypto community. I'm keeping it real. No BS, raw, unfiltered, honest. All right. So this is an important level here, guys. Check it out. Okay, we got 10,896. That's your more shorter term price action there, all right, in terms of a take profit zone, all right. So again, what we need is we need this, we need a break above this green line. We need to hold it, and then we need to close another candle above it. If we can get that, that is at least the first level of validation that we are in control, all right, of that zone. It's not that far, guys. It's not that far, all right. Check it out. So basically, because the price is pumping a little right now, it's actually really coming up for a little. Look at this, guys. Look at this, because this is on the 1-hour chart. So CRO is actually kind of flying right now. But this is basically to clear that zone, getting a little bit above it. We're talking about not much, a 0.78% move, right? So we've got to move 0.78% to the upside. And if we can clear that upside, all right, then what we're looking at there is potentially, if we just do it slightly shy of the take profit zone, we're looking at potentially a 0.81% gain there, guys. A 0.81% gain. All right, that's not too bad. So that would be your first conservative take profit level for CRO. All right, a 0.81%. You do that on even just a 2x leverage, guys. That's not bad. All right, that's 1.6% gain. All right, a 1.6% gain. It's not too bad at all. All right, it's not too bad at all. But that's really the point where we'd be looking to enter a trade more on the long term for CRO token. Okay, but then beyond that, guys, beyond that, if you're looking to really maximize it and get up to this green line here, okay, we can take this a lot further. All right, so assuming we break above, all right, because BTC is flying right now, guys. We are back above 87,000, I think, at the making of this video, and it's doing pretty good. So let's have a bit of a look. So that's why we got CRO flying as well. All right, so have a look at this, guys. We could potentially be looking at a 4% gain. All right, that's where the money is right here. Okay, we want to be making our money right here. Okay, because there's nothing in the way right here. All right, there's nothing technically standing in the way. Okay, but we need to kind of get a close above this green line to get there. All right, seeing a lot of consolidation right now. Potentially a bit of a triangle pattern playing out as well. Okay, maybe like a bit of, if we just draw it as well, you know, from that top point there, coming down. Okay, we might be looking at a, we draw it from this point here. Yeah, you know, we're probably looking at a breakout pretty soon, guys. Looking at a breakout pretty soon, based on this triangle pattern. Okay, probability says we'll break to the upside. Okay, so long as BTC holds, folks, you know, we could have a serious break to the upside pretty soon. I'm going to tell you that right now, straight up. We could have a serious break to the upside. Okay, guys, just taking a moment to just check into our channel partner, guys. We're talking about BitUnix, guys. Okay, so guys, it's free money, literally free money right here. Okay, get involved. If you deposit $200, you get a 40 USDT bonus. Deposit $2,000, you get a 400 USDT bonus. And not only that, but if you enter in and sign up with the referral link, guys, my link is in the chat. Okay, it's in the pinned chat there. It's also at the top of the video description in the stream. You'll be entered in, guys, for my weekly ongoing 1000 CRO giveaway, which I'll be rewarding the winner based on their user ID. Okay, once you sign up, we'll use Grok to pick a user ID at the end of every week, and they will get 1000 CRO every single week. Okay, so literally that's all you need to do to enter, guys. Jump in and just follow along and just start trading on BitUnix, guys. It's simple. No KYC, no VPN. The best spread, guys. The best exchange to use, in my opinion, for Americans, Europeans, and more broadly, just pretty much anyone. All right. So let's go over here and have a bit of a look here as well. All right. So yeah, we know what we're doing with CRO. You know, where we wanna go a little conservative here. Right now, we want to wait. Okay, we want to wait a little bit. Okay. I want to see if we can get a breakout above this level here. All right. We want to break out above this level. So let's go ahead now and just check out how BTC is looking. All right, I'm going to reset that chart view, I think, a little bit because I'm not happy with how that's kind of looking. Zoom in a bit more. All right. So what's going on with BTC right now? Because that's obviously going to affect what's going on. Okay, we just had a really big move for BTC. Guys, 5 people in the stream. I appreciate all of you. Please, if all you 5 guys, because I'm just starting this stream, smash that like button, say hey in the comments, and yeah, I'll check out any coins that you want me to do a bit of TA on and check out. All right. So BTC, based on the 4-hour chart, is at a really important stage right now. Okay, we actually are just about right here over the 20 EMA on the 4-hour chart. This is really, really good to see. So we need to close right now at this green candle above $86,600. Okay, if we can close that, then we are going to be looking pretty good for some more upside action. And what I'm really liking here is that we are managing to basically flatten out this level. We are slowly but surely trying to curl up this red line, okay, this 20 EMA. We're trying to curl this up. The next obvious zone of resistance, I would say, is kind of here, okay, so from like 87,008 to like 88,130. This is kind of like the area where we need to break above, okay. If we can get like above 88.3, I'd say the next real resistance is going to be like 89.104. But then if we can kind of like break 89.450, close kind of here, we've got a big run up. All right, we've got a big run up to 93,000. So really, I'd say 89,200 is really the key level to beat on the 4-hour for BTC. Okay, we want to smash that level. We want to break above it with some good serious conviction. And yeah, we could be off to the races there if we go ahead and do that, you know. Could be pretty good. All right. So yeah, guys, that's kind of it for BTC. If we go on to the 1-hour for BTC and have a bit of a look what's going on, it's looking good. You know, we were struggling to hold that 20 EMA for a bit. We broke down. All right, but as we can see here, we're just booming out on this 1-hour candle here. We're doing some real good numbers here. All right, so it's looking really, really good so far. I would not be looking at a long entry here. We definitely want to come down and have a retest of this level before moving back up. All right. Yo, who's this? Appreciate you, brother. Cynical anxiety, bro. I know what it's about, man. I suffer with some anxiety too, man. So yeah, I'm feeling you, bro. I'm working through it, man. And let me tell you, like this is seeing our spot bags doing this. It's not always easy, but no, I appreciate you, man. Hope to see more of these crow trading streams in the future. Hashtag CrowFam. I appreciate you, man, because the thing is, you know, I've been doing this YouTube channel for a while. I've been doing like a few different kinds of streams for a while. I've been doing crypto gaming streams. These are like the first kind of TA streams I'm really getting my head around. And so, but this is what I'm passionate about, and it's kind of what I've been working towards. So yeah, I am going to keep it consistent, brother. So I appreciate you being here. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like the stream. And yeah, man, enter into the 1,000 CRO weekly giveaway. Really easy to do it. I don't know how long you've been watching for, but you know, you can deposit as little as 200 bucks, get 40 bucks back, and go in the draw to win that 1,000 CRO, which I do go ahead and give away every single week, brother. So I appreciate you. Appreciate you very much, man. Crow, crow, crow. All right. So yes, as we can see, guys, looking at BTC right now, we have technically, all right, technically had a breakout. Okay, we had a breakout. The price ran up to 86,694 before closing at a really crucial level. If we just really zoom in there to see how that technically closed, we did technically close. It wasn't strong, but we closed above that fib resistance, okay, right here, and we closed above that EMA right here, the 86,537 level. So it's not a strong close, but technically that's good. That's what we want to see. And what was important is that it got followed up with a really nice candle, which is still got 48 minutes left. Okay, so it's still going to be a lot of volatility in this candle. But if this candle can like close here, all right, so long as we can, just look, so long as we can close like I say above, comfortably above 86.711 here, without any kind of wick down, that would be good. If we start getting wicks down, like this big long bullshit right here, that's just going to be a sign of weakness on the 1 hour. But this is a really strong looking 1 hour candle right now. Full bodied, no lower wick, and the upper wick is going up and getting exactly what we'd expect, guys. And this is exactly why I love to use the Fibonacci. You know, some people only trade with Fibonacci, all right? They don't use anything else, and it's for good reason, all right? Fibonacci is highly respected by some of the biggest traders like in the world trading crypto. It's as simple as that. So we've got the extension on. So again, guys, for those of you that may not understand, each of these levels is a take profit zone, all right? All of these levels right here, they are take profit zones. So as you can see, this line right here, this green line, yeah, it's a 0.5 fib level for the auto extension. It's at 87,287. So it's no surprise that we've had some modest take profit here. See how we've wicked up there, right, to 87,184, and then we've had some, we've had some take profit there. But because the thing is, it's not just from that. We've also got a massive EMA just stuck right in the way. It's that aqua line there, guys. Look at it. 87,268 is also there. Okay, so this is massive resistance, so it's no surprise, okay? So if you were to have entered this in a more aggressive fashion, we could have potentially entered in on the breakout, okay, at around 86,570, and we could have pretty much got a nice little wave up because that's where we would have set our take profit for sure. So if we entered there, we would have set our take profit like probably even lower than that. Okay, we would have got a 0.67% move to that upside. Set a little 2x leverage on that. We're talking about 1.2% in a pretty short amount of time within the hour. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad, depending on your portfolio size there. And then in terms of the actual stop loss, guys, we wouldn't have set the stop loss probably any higher than kind of here. All right, so we would have set the stop loss maybe about, in terms of like an exact percent, maybe about a 0.26% down. All right, so we wouldn't have gone too much lower than that. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, smash the like button for the Crow fam, subscribe and tune in, guys, because I'm bringing you the Crow and broader market technical analysis. I'm not going to say every day, okay, but we're going to bring it to you as often as possible. All right, so what else we got going on? All right, so this candle is playing out right now, and let's just have a bit of a look, see how it's affecting CRO. Oh, have a look at this, guys. See, so again, CRO is making another attempt. So this is like right here. You can see how strong this 10,739 level. This is the level, guys. Like CRO is having a really hard time on the hourly chart breaking through this 10,739 cent level. Okay, so this is the level to watch. The next key resistance zone to watch. We got to get above it. All right, there's just, yeah. We're probably not going to be looking at entering a trade until we get above that level. Okay, because again, I want to be trading within this zone here, between these two green lines, either this green line to this top zone here, or this green line to like that top one just here. All right, these are the two that we're kind of just working between, plain and simple. All right, got to work between those two, and then we'd be pretty good. Okay, so I think we'll go back to BTC and just have a bit of a quick look there on the 15 minute. All right, so let's have a bit of a look. Now the 15 minute is back. All right, we're looking really, really good. And actually on this 15 minute here, you could potentially be looking at opening a bit of a trade here. Okay, we're clear, and the reason why is because we are above the EMA clusters. Look at this, above all EMAs, all four, 1, 2, 3, and 4, above all EMAs, and we're kind of like working our way up to this level here, 86,036 here. So we could potentially put on a little trade here. All right, although, yeah, because the thing is, we've had a breakout above the level, and we're just kind of continuing upwards right now. All right, the next clear resistance on this 15-minute chart is going to be 87. All right, we're kind of at 86.5 now. All right, so all I'd kind of do is go over. All right, we've got 10 bucks there. We're going to transfer that over. All right, spot to futures. Get our $10 over there. All right, this is all using BitUnix, guys. This is the one I use, the futures account. So, guys, you don't need to be some crazy. You can do this as an absolute beginner. This is not that hard, okay? You just need to you know, be conservative, be sensible with your stop loss, right? Be sensible with your stop loss. That's what I'm going to say. All right, so we'll go over to futures here. Have a look. Okay, you know, and you start small. And this is why I'm using my small account, guys. It's not my main account. I'm just using small account just to show you guys you can start with a small account. No KYC, no VPN, 20% sign up bonus, and you enter into the draw to win 1,000 Crow every single week here. All right. So let's have a bit of a look. So basically, I'll be looking. I've got 13 bucks there. All right. We'd be looking, if we're going long, we're going to be looking at no more than a 5x long for now. Okay. And it would be a market order. Okay. We go in with our entire portfolio right there. Okay. So we go in with the entire portfolio because yeah, again, it's only about 13 bucks right now. All right. So and I'll go back to this chart, have a bit of a look. All right. So we're at 86, 867. Yeah. Okay. So the next 15-minute chart has just opened up. All right. It's just opened up. I think, yeah, no, we got, what do we got? 12 minutes left in this one. Yeah. Okay. So we're potentially looking at a bit of a move here. So I'd probably look at setting the take profit. Ideally, we want to be setting it under these EMA clusters right here. So at 86,298. All right. Okay. So yeah, this is still playing out pretty nicely, guys. This is playing out pretty nicely. I think, you know, BTC could be warming up for a bit of a move. At a high stab through here, the chart's looking pretty good. Okay, it's looking pretty juicy right now. But I have to be honest, like entering here, probably a little bit premature. Okay, it's a tempting entry, but it's not the most ideal entry right here. And I'll tell you why. See this gap here, all right? We do have a bit of a gap here, all right? We have a gap from here to here of about 0.36%. So really, more of the ideal entry point would be, I'd like to see ideally a retracement, and I'd want to probably get in somewhere around here. And the reason why is because that's essentially it's going to be a retest of this EMA stack. But not only the EMA stack, but we've also got the point of control, right? This orange line, okay? Plus we've obviously got the fib zones as well, right? So we've got these 3 fib zones here, which were previous resistances, which were broken, but theoretically they can also now be turned into supports, all right? So see how this is moving up now? So we could have entered this trade right here, and we could have smashed that and just gotten out on a quick scalp. See how it's moving up? So unfortunately I didn't get in, but if this thing does retrace down, we could have a bit of a play around, possibly have a bit of a look at it here. Okay, we've got our BitUnix funds ready to go. We've just got a little bit of $13 on there, nothing crazy. I've got everything ready to go. This is on BTC. Yeah, we can open the long at 5x. Essentially, guys, for those of you that don't understand how leverage works, if I'm to open a long here, I could do it with $12. Okay, that's essentially going to give me at 5x about $60 to trade with over there on BitUnix, guys. Okay, and yeah, guys, if you want to enter the 1,000 Crow weekly giveaway, go ahead and get signed up to BitUnix, guys. No KYC, no VPN, best exchange for Americans. Make that money. Come on here. Start trading with 2-3x leverage. Okay. You know, I'm going to be going through it with you as well on these streams, just showing you like the TA, all the different positions and stuff like that. So look, we're keeping an eye on BTC right now because this is at an interesting point. Let's have a bit of a look at CRO too. Oh, and have a look at this. Have a look at this, guys. We've had a good break. CRO. See, this is what we want to see. See how CRO, see this stab wick here? See how it's wicked past and through that grey line? This is good because this is the first sign of weakness that this white line here is showing. The last time we saw this weakness was back here. All right, a few hours ago. Okay, not a few hours. I'd say maybe about what, a couple hours maybe. Yeah, it was back here. It was back here. So this is good. So this first sign of weakness here for CRO. But again, this is for CRO. It's still premature. You know, I stick to the strategy. We want to get above this green line, and we want to take some money between these two. That's how I'm kind of seeing it. Also here, there's a potential double top in play. That's also another another concerning line here as well. I'm going to pull that through for a potential resistance on the double top. Okay, like that's something that also seriously needs to be considered. Okay, so we could, I'd say a sensible take profit zone would be somewhere here, just underneath here. If we're going extra bullish, and you're just like, nah, we want to like work through that potential double top, we take it there. But yeah, I don't know. And yeah, that'd be the first one. So this again, so this level here, all right, this is kind of like your first take profit zone. This level here would be 2, and then this level here would be 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Those would be our 3 zones for take profit basically. Get rid of those. Yeah, those are our zones, guys. Those are our zones. Just plain and simple. But I tell you what, BTC's holding up real good. We're halfway through this 15-minute candle, and really we could have got a bit of an entry here. We still got some room to work up. I tell you what, we're working at a double top here as well. Working at a double top. See over here we had a See over here we had a take profit level, big resistance there. Big resistance. Okay, so it's coming up to test that point again. Look. Have a look. But if we can break through there, things are going to start to get a bit interesting here for BTC. And that should help push CRO up past that level too. We're also taking a bit of a look at Zcash too. Guys, Zcash is like a good hedge against BTC that I'm seeing right now in the market, okay? Zcash is one that's, got some big potential. It's already had a crazy run up, I know. But it's one that I'm watching really closely. Right now, it's pretty tricky to trade it. It's within the EMA clusters. At the moment, we want to see a bit of a breakout on that, but it's one that I'm watching as well pretty closely, Definitely one that I'm watching pretty closely. Yeah. So guys, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to smash the like button. I would appreciate it for the Crow fam. And if you do want to enter into the weekly 1000 CRO giveaway, don't forget to go ahead and get signed up with the channel partner, guys. The exchange we use to trade, no KYC, no VPN. Deposit $200, get a $40 bonus, and enter into the 1000 CRO giveaway. Super easy to do it, guys. And yeah, start trading. Okay, we haven't entered a trade just yet, but we're looking. We're kind of on the prowl. We're on the prowl here. I don't want to enter too early. I wanna be patient with this. You could enter aggressively here, but the thing is, it's all about probability with the trading, right? You enter here, sure, you could potentially get a breakout to the upside, break through this level, break through the double top, all right? But the probability is saying that this right here should really come down for a retest. Okay, we should really be looking at a retest, especially how it's pumping now. I did have a bit of an instinct to kind of like get in around here, as you would have if you scroll back in the stream, you would have seen it. I was like, yeah, I'm getting the funds already. It's like, yeah, I got Bit Unix ready to go. Like, we're gonna slam. Let me know if I still got my audio going. Still got my audio? Yeah, we do. All right, cool. We have life. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. So BTC right now. Look at this. Let's see if this double top rejection plays out. Yo, Keegan Rust. What's up, bro? What's going on? How are you, man? Have we met before on stream? Good to have you here, bro. Either way. Or are you someone that subscribed for some Rust streams that I did back in the day? Maybe I'll get a Rust stream going on this channel one day. But I think we'll keep it strictly like crypto TA for now, and just a bit of general macro news on that. But yeah, no, I would appreciate it, man. If you're new here anyway, like the stream, subscribe. We're trying to get these going at least 5 days a week. at least for like 1 hour, getting these streams going and bringing the goods. Right now, Bitcoin is at a crucial level right here, guys. If we can close a 15-minute candle above this fib level here, 87316, ideally at like a 87402, then that's going to be really good. We've also got a potential cup and handle pattern playing out. Not yet, but if that closes there, and we do get a bit of a double bottom rejection, and we kind of get like a, sorry, my chart drawing is like pathetic, but if we kind of go here, maybe we have a bit of a pullback to just above the EMAs, and then we have a bit of a V-shaped recovery to here, maybe something like that could potentially play out. All right, if that were to happen, if it were to happen, the buy zone would be right here. All right, that's where we'd be looking to buy. Sorry, my drawing is just atrocious. I'm so sorry about that, but it'll get better. I promise. I promise. But what I'm saying to y'all, looking for crow breakout. Yes, bro, we are looking for a crow breakout. I'm going to tell you. So let's see how this is now affecting the crow breakout, because we're corresponding this with the crow breakout. And bro, I'm telling you right now, crow has, yes, it is broken out. This is still just a breakout candle, but it's just gotten above the 200 EMA on the 1 hour. So this is big. This is big actually for CRO. If we go back to the 15-minute, it's looking hot as hell. It's looking fresh as hell. It's looking fresh as hell. Check this out. All right, so we've wicked all the way up here. All right, this green line here that I've drawn through here, this is kind of like the line we want to get above, in my opinion. But see how we're facing, see this dipping down? We're facing a lot of sell pressure here. What do we got? We've got a minute 28 left in the candle. This is good. Okay, we've got a big stab wick. Stabbed through this freaking, look how cheeky this resistance has been. Right here, right here. Look at all this. Hasn't been able to break through. Can you see it? But none of these have been stab wicks just yet. Like this one. See how this is a stab wick here? This is good. This is showing the first sign of significant weakness to this fib level, which has clearly been respected over the last few hours. You can see it. Okay, the writing's on the wall. You can see the respect that's there. Okay, so let's see, because if we get a good close here, this is pretty big. If we get a bit of a close here over this level, this is pretty solid. This would confirm the breakout. And again, technically you could enter here. You know, you could enter here if you were doing like more of a shorter scalp trade. But really, it's not even, it would technically be a breakout, but not super solid. So we're gonna watch this pretty closely right now and just see how this kind of goes. Let's keep watching this closely right now, because this is going to be really interesting how this closes. 8 seconds left in the candle there. Let's go. Nice, guys. I think one of you guys got signed up. That's good. One of you guys have gone into the running for the competition. Great to have you all here anyway. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this, guys. Breakout. And see, look at this. CRO, we are on the way up right now. Look at this. Look at this. This is good. That candle close was good enough. It was good enough. It was good enough. See this? This is looking good. Let's go back, because we've always, guys, when you're trading CRO or other altcoins, we've always got to kind of refer back to see what BTC is doing, okay? Because if BTC has a dump, you know altcoin's going to follow. If BTC's facing rejection, you know, CRO does tend to follow Bitcoin, like most alts. But again, I want to, like I said this before, but I want to talk to you about Zcash, because guys, like Zcash, a lot of the times Zcash hasn't followed the BTC peg narrative. A lot of the times BTC has actually tanked, and Zcash has just said, you know what, we don't give a shit about Bitcoin. We are going to keep moving up. And I respect that, because I don't know about you guys, but I've been in this crypto space for about 7 years, and there is nothing more annoying than just seeing BTC dump and then watching your altcoin bags dump and just being like, seriously, like, how is this market so pegged together? Like, everything pegged to BTC. Like, we understand why it happens, but it's extremely refreshing to see something like Zcash. No matter what you think about Zcash, I'm telling you right now, Zcash and also Asta, some of these top privacy tokens are ones that are actually pulling away from that pegged narrative for BTC. They're pulling away. All right, so I'm keeping a close eye on it because I'm telling you right now, you can make big money trading Zcash and Asta as well. All right, not just BTC and Crow. But see this right now, so we're getting a double top. See what I said here? I said the probability is that we might run down to this level for a retest, and it's happening right now, guys, in real time. It's happening right now. See, we're getting a retrace down. Okay, we're getting a retrace down. And obviously we can't say for sure yet, but this double top pattern might be playing out here. So we're getting this on the 15-minute chart in real time. And I'm sure, look at that, CRO also feeling the brunt of it. You understand? So again, right, this is technically a breakout close candle. Okay, we technically closed above this resistance, but it's not really the full body candle we would have liked to have seen. We would have liked to have seen this. Ah, shit, I can't even, no, wrong one. Wait, the brush. Can't even freaking do this shit. Oh, what the hell? Why is that? It's like getting pegged to the thing. I need to like learn how to draw on here properly as well. But basically, yeah, we would have wanted to see more of a candle like that, to be honest. More full-bodied. And that would have been looking like a little better, really. Yeah. We didn't quite get that, and it's looking like at the moment, especially with what BTC's doing. Yeah, see this right here? See this right here? BTC's coming down. It's coming down for its retest. This is nothing wrong. Like this is okay for the structure. BTC at 87,000 right now. This is all right. All right. And honestly, the main point we want to stay above is here. All right. We want to stay. Again, I'll just keep all these lines like the same color, but we want to we want to stay above here. Keep that like here. Yeah. Want to stay above this line right here. All right. Talking 10, 10, 6, 7, 3. Want to stay above that line. Want to really make sure we stay above that line there. Okay. And here we go. We're getting a bit of a recovery now. BTC's moving back up. Look at this. Getting bought up. This is good. This is very, very good indeed. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Appreciate the likes, guys, on the stream. Got 5 likes. Very good, very good, very good. Oh, BTC's moving back up. Okay, we didn't kind of like give in to that rejection necessarily just yet. Just yet. But again, oh, we're losing it now. But this is not in the realm of an unhealthy correction right now. Like this is okay. This is still okay, guys. Like this is still okay. Right, this is still okay. CRO's hanging in there as well. CRO's actually it's looking pretty good, but again, to confirm above this resistance, we would want a close. Definitely a close somewhere here. So this is not where we're looking to enter. Right here. Now, folks, if you are new to the stream, new to the channel, guys, don't forget to drop a like, say hey, subscribe. Trying to bring you this daily TA on CRO, BTC, the broader markets, the macro, all right? And if you want to enter in the draw, all right, for my 1,000 CRO giveaway, all you have to do is sign up with channel partner BitUnix, the only place we use to trade CRO and other altcoins. No KYC, No VPN, guys. Come in, get signed up, guys. We got deposit bonuses on at the moment. Deposit 2,000 bucks, you can get 400 bucks back, guys. 200 buck deposit, you can get 40 bucks back. Enter into the running to get 1,000 crow every single week. All you need to do is jump in, make that deposit, and then start trading, guys. Start trading on futures. Just start with small leverage, guys. 1, 2x, right? You know, not financial advice, but just do your trading on BitUnix, guys. Do your trading on BitUnix. Get the deposit bonuses. Follow along with the streams, guys. This is how we do. This is how we do. BTC looking really fresh right now. Back above 87. I'm liking this for BTC, guys. All right. How are we looking? Still on a bit of a retracement there. What's going on, Fit in Crypto? How are you, bro? Thanks for jumping on the stream. I know you've been a long time G on the channel. Chronos fan for 5 years. Yes, mate. That's freaking awesome, brother. Yeah, man. I'm just jumping on the streams now, bro, because yeah, it's just a little bit more my jam, really, just to get on these streams and do this with you dudes. So yeah, we're having a close look here at BTC because it's looking pretty juicy right now. I gotta say, like, and to be honest, like, this is not. Again, see, buying in here is a little risky, you know. It's a little risky. If you bought in here, you'd want to have a tight stop. You'd want to play it real tight, maybe at 86,989, you know. But you'd want to be buying close to the bottom of this candle. There's two different ways, you know, you can essentially play this trade right now. If you're going for the short-term scalp, you know, you're looking to buy around here, around 87k, and you might be looking to hop out at about 87.2, but it's risky. You know, we're looking for that short-term scalp in and out within maybe 30 seconds to a minute. All right. The more longer-term conservative play would be to be patient and wait for this kind of move here. Sorry, my drawing is horrendous, but really we'd want to wait until it comes down to like 866 kind of level. All right. Just because right here we've had some big moves up, yeah, on these two big green candles here on the 15. Let's just go check. Let's go check the 4-hour quickly. Just remind ourselves where we're at on the 4-hour. So the 4-hour is looking good. We're breaking above that red line. That's what it's about, breaking above that red line. Okay, we're well and truly there. All right, so we got a long way up. 87.7 is the next significant resistance on the 4-hour. So that's about $600, and we're talking in terms of percentage from there to there. You could play this as a long swing, right? 0.79%. All right, so that's pretty good. As you can see, we're moving up, and it'll be more than likely that we'll face a bit of a kickback, a bit of a pullback at that level, just like how we did here. All right, and here, and also here. Okay, you can see it right there, guys. The proof's there. You can see it in the price action. But I'm liking the fact that we're breaking above. Right, BTC is showing more strength right now than what it has done in the last week. This is the most strength BTC has shown. All right, and sellers are getting exhausted, guys. They are. That's just what the data says. All right. So let's have a look at the 1-hour, see what's in the way, and have a look at this, guys. See these lines, guys. These EMAs, they matter. They matter right here. 100 EMA facing some resistance here with BTC. That's 87,264. Guys, if you're in the stream, I appreciate you. If you like the Crow Fram, you like the BTC, Crow, Zcash reviews, TA, please do take a moment and smash that like button. It's easy and free to do. Subscribe and turn notification bells on, guys. We'd really appreciate it. I'm just bringing you the raw, honest, unbiased TA and data about CRO, the broader markets, everything, guys. We're trying to bring it to you on the daily, guys. And if you want to enter in, guys, I'm doing 1,000 CRO giveaway every single week. It's free to join up, guys. It's actually, you can get free money to do it. It's super easy, guys. The link is in my chat there. It's pinned right at the top. It's also in the stream description. You can deposit, guys. 20% deposit bonus. Deposit 200 bucks, get 40 bucks back for trading. 2,000 bucks, 400 bucks back for trading. Start trading in some futures, guys. Just start with small leverage, 2, 3x. Keep the stop losses tight. Okay. I'm going to be doing a lot of that on this stream. We're kind of looking for an entry right now. All right, we're looking for that entry right now. I've got this set up just with a small 5x at $13, 60 bucks trading with. All right. No KYC, no VPN, guys, for BitUnix. The only channel partner that I have, okay? The only channel partner. Best exchange for Americans and Europeans. Hands down. Let's have a look. The BTC is up against a pretty firm resistance, guys. This is significant right now. All right, we got to get above 87.3, just straight up to see the next move. If we can get above 87.3, there's a very good chance we're going to break up to 87.6. All right, but we need to break 87.3. It's just got to happen. I don't know. There's no other way I can put this. All right, and unfortunately, CRO is still looking like it's pegged to that as well. For CRO specifically on the 15-minute chart, we do have 3 minutes and 6 seconds left. How are we looking? We're not looking bad. You know, technically, if CRO were to close even here, red, but still above this line, it would be an extremely weak confirmation candle that followed a relatively weak breakout candle. All right, this right here being the breakout candle, but not a great one. Yeah, it's not. Obviously, like had this finished up here and then had this candle kind of finished up here, I'd be saying, you know what? We might jump in a crow long here 5x at that point. But right now it's like you know, it's the bulls are not clearly in control. And as you can see, case in point, this is the line. We're menacing around this line right here. Okay, and we can actually go down to the 1 minute chart and have a closer look and see what's going on at the 1 minute chart. It's choppy, right? On the 1 minute chart, we clearly see that we're having trouble staying above the 20 EMA on the 1 minute chart right now. See, look at that. Break above, break down, break down. We're still down. We're still down. So on this 1 minute chart, this is the action we need, guys. Like we need to get out of here. We need to get out of this crap. Yeah. We definitely we need to get rid of this nonsense. See this right here, this big long ass wick right here? This is not good on the 1 minute. Obviously we've got a lot of like visible volatility here on the 1 minute chart. But we need to get out. This is proving to be the 0.23 here on the fib. Got to break past this level. Got to break past that level. Possible double top in play here. Guys, 6 people in the stream. This is awesome. Second night streaming. Really appreciate everyone that's watching. Okay, I'm just an honest, raw crow bro. I'm one of the first content creators for CRO, going all the way back to the MCO days, talking about the cards, and now here I am, years later, trying to bring you the raw TA and crow news, unfiltered, guys. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about exactly how it is. I'm not just going to come in here and say, yeah, crow's probably going to go to $1. Yeah, crow's going to go to $1. No, I'm going to tell you about the day-to-day price action, so you know what to do, whether you're short, medium, long-term trading or hodling. This is the place to be. So please do like the stream, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and say hey in the chat, guys. Support a crow brother at what I believe is the start of potentially one of, if not the biggest bull cycle for CRO coming to you. So have a look. Okay, so this is looking good. The 1 minute's looking good, guys. The 1 minute's looking good. We're up here now. Up here. Right, if we can break up and close above there, that's good. But right now, we're between the 0.236 and the 0. Okay. So ideally, we want to find base support on the 1 minute just here. Okay. Closing red. It can break below, so long as we don't. Ideally, we don't want to wick through this red line here at 10.743. We're at 10.755 right now. And as for BTC, let's have a bit of a look. Look at this. BTC looking great, honestly. The 1 hour chart is looking fantastic right now for BTC. Really good. And I'll tell you why. Because we have got 14 minutes left. Okay, we got one more 15-minute candle, which is playing out right now on the 15-minute. In the current hourly for BTC. If we close right here or somewhere around here for BTC, this is a fantastic breakout candle. All right, and I'll tell you why. Again, we've got these two levels here. Massive 100 EMA. Okay, this is the last 100 1-hour candles, the average price. Okay, if we are able to close significantly above this aqua line right here, which we're currently above it, that's huge for BTC. That's huge. It's not yet enough to go for a conservative long entry position on Bitcoin, but it's the start. It is the start. Okay, we would want to wait for a follow-up candle, okay, to confirm the breakout. If we're being super conservative, that's not to say you couldn't enter if you were more of an aggressive trader on the breakout, because if we do get that confirmation coming through, the upside of going in aggressive is that you're going to be looking to take in a lot more percent. So especially if you're someone that wants to like scalp with a really tight stop loss, if that's your trading strategy, then you can make money quick. Okay, so thing is, if you're waiting for your confirmations, if that's your strategy, if you're waiting for another confirmation candle, you're going to be making less trades, but who knows, you might be making more money. Okay, but again, it just comes down to your level of skill. But right now, we are pushing up heavy right now. Heavy. I mean, we're on the 1-hour chart right now, and this thing is moving. Guys, make sure you smash the likes, comment, get in the chat, subscribe, notifications on. And guys, make sure you enter my 1,000 CRO giveaway. We've got a deposit bonus on at the moment. Deposit $2,000, get a $400 back to trade. Deposit $200, get $40 back to trade. And enter in, guys, to the weekly competition where I give away 1,000 CRO every single week to you guys. Gets announced every single Friday. Okay, get involved in it, guys. Get involved in it. Do some futures trading. Whatever trading you're doing, come over here, do it on BitUnix, because I'm going to be giving a lot of rewards as these streams go on. Okay, links in the description of the stream and in the top of the chat there. Okay, it's pinned. Let's have a look. Damn, so see this, I mean, this is getting serious on BTC right now. This is getting proper serious, and I'll tell you why, because we are about to get up to this point of control right here, which is massive. Okay, this is like, in like tug of war, say like you got the tug of war going on in like a, I don't know, boot camp or some shit. It's like where they start, right? That line there, all right? Think of that as like the point of control, all right? I mean, just straight up, based on the pivot points and the point of control, if we can get a clean breakout above that level, that is very much clearly showing that BTC is in control on the bullish side. However, still a potential double top in play that we do need to get through. All right, see here? Right there, the double top, which also lines up annoyingly with the 0.786 fib level here. But again, we've got a lot of room still to the upside if we can break through these 2 points here. Okay, we've got a lot of room to the upside. So we are watching this very closely right now. This is getting interesting, guys. This is getting really interesting. If I'm being brutally honest with you guys, I I was looking at this 4-hour chart today on BTC, and I was saying, shit, like we've seen this before, like, we've seen this before. Because I'll tell you right now, this is the 4-hour, yeah. I was like, shit, yeah, we're breaking through on the 4-hour for BTC. Like, this is what it's about, guys, breaking through on the 4-hour. But then obviously, look, we've kind of like flattened out that EMA there, and I was like, shit, we're breaking down, and this candle here, I was like, I've seen this before. Breakdown candle, okay, retest on the underside, and then typically what BTC has been doing over the last week, yeah, that from this candle here, this green candle, no, it has not been going that way. We have been going typically after this retest candle on the underside retest, right, we have been going down to Goblin Town, like it's just like bang, and it would have been a potential retest, something like this. You know what I mean? Before going back up. Maybe, if we were lucky, it would go back up. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to show you exactly why. Like, the thing is, you see that there, yeah? Sorry, my chart drawing is so amateur. Sorry for that. But see here, like, back on the like, we've had it back here, yeah? Look at this. Here, we couldn't even get there. And that was when we were higher up. Do you understand? The charts don't lie, guys. These EMAs, they need to be respected. See this here? We didn't even come up for a test. That was on the 25th of November. We didn't even wick. We didn't even wick touch the EMA. And then that led to a cascade. Look at that. Didn't even wick into it. And that led to a bottom. I think it was there, yeah. a 13% drop on BTC, guys, in 2 days. That was like, holy shit, man. The bear market's in. Like we all got to go work at Macca's now. Like this is messed up. You know what I mean? But fortunately, again, I believe we have bottomed, guys. I believe we've pretty much bottomed. All right, I'm putting that out there. I do think we've bottomed. We could still come lower, but I think we've bottomed. Let's see that there. We had that. So just to give you that context there. But again, it's happened again here. On my way up. Hello, keep up the great work. Appreciate you, bro. Is that a loaded lion NFT of sorts? Sorry, I'm just like looking off my phone there and I can't. Oh, actually no. On my way up, you're an old G. Are you from the main city, fam? I feel like you might be. Appreciate it anyway, bro. No matter where you're from, whether you're from the main city, fam, or not. Appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe if you're not. Like, share the stream around. We're just giving you the raw, unbiased CRO data. And guys, if you haven't liked the stream, like it. And if you want to enter in to get 1,000 CRO, which I'm giving away every single Friday, it's easy, it's free to do it. All you got to do is get signed up with the channel partner BitUnix, okay? You can get signed up, make a deposit bonus, all right? You can deposit as little as 200 bucks and get 40 bucks bonus to trade with. 40 bucks free money. So essentially you can trade with 240 bucks on futures. Just do something simple. Enter like on maybe a 2x. If you're not confident, you can enter a 1 or 2x long on Bitcoin or something. Set a really tight stop loss, okay? If you're an experienced trader, I don't know what you're doing. Like, get over here, trade on BitUnix. We got these wicked bonuses. You can enter in for 1,000 CRO every single week. You can do it multiple times. We'll be announcing the winners on Friday. Guys, links in the stream description and in the top of the chat there. Let's go back and have a bit of a look. Ooh. So, Crow, oh, that's the 1 minute chart. I was like, shit, Crow is dumped. And it has. On the 1 minute chart, it's not looking good for Crow. Okay, but that could spell a potential entry coming up. What's BTC doing? So yeah, basically we were showing you the 4 hour, yeah? So I want to prove it to you again, like, look at this. So again, we had it here. Can you see how we haven't managed? Look at this. I'm going to show you how many times, right? How many times? Here. Breakthrough, rejection. All right. That breakthrough was on the 12th. All right. 12th of November. All right. We had another one here. All right. That was on the 13th of November. Next day, tried a second breakthrough. Failed. Okay. Had a catastrophic dump down. Okay. All right. Just no good. And then we had a third one here. All right. We had a third one. Sorry. Didn't wick through even. Sorry, that's a shocking circle. But you understand? Third one right there. And then where the Fibonacci measurement starts, fourth one there. So again, guys, this is this is not me talking BS. This is data-driven This is data-driven TA on the 4 hour chart based on the short-term EMA, the 20 EMA. Right, we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4 fat rejections. That is it's clear as day. It's there. The history is there on the chart. You cannot alter this shit, right? And then we had that massive drop down. So that leads me to say, so I was like, okay, I've seen this before, yeah. I was like, okay, that you can understand this candle here. That's why I was like, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. You know, this might be the last chance to potentially get us out of a potential bear market right here. We need, like, this is not good. And fortunately, right now, we have broken back above that 20 EMA. But big but, we still have 3 hours left to close this. You know, 3 hours left to close this. All right. So we need to try and close this. Yeah. But this is how you get a good swing trade set up right here. By swing trade, I'm talking about, you might enter a trade and you might stay in the trade for a week at least. Okay. But to do that, you really need that confirmation on the 4 hour. All right. That's where a lot of swing traders will use the 4 hour chart. All right. So say, for example, we go 3 hours forward in the future. We get a close right here on the 4 hour. Technically, that's a breakout. All right. But that could be a fake out. Okay. So we can't trust it. If I can give you an example, I'd say it's like, not here, but, well, right back here. Perfect example. Perfect example right here. Look. All right. right here. On the 12th, beautiful breakout candle here. Even closed above the point of control. Look at that. You'd be like, oh yeah, we're getting ready for a long. Well, guess what? If you went long there on that breakout close, you would have been fucked. Do you understand? That next candle, alright, the next 4-hour chart dumped heavy. Another lower high retest, dumped heavy. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Again, second time here as well. Alright. Successful breakout. A much weaker breakout, mind you. Alright, prices were lower. This is when BTC was like 103k, mind you, but you got to respect it. Next candle, it was a fake out. We didn't get the confirmation candle that we wanted. Here or here. Didn't get it. We didn't get it. Okay, so that would have been a stock standard case of just entering too early for the swing trade. Here we never even broke through, so you wouldn't have even been able to take that trade at all. And here, again, same thing, we didn't break through, so you wouldn't have been able to take that trade at all. I mean, you would have been able to take the trade potentially if you were going short. And I will be taking shorts as well, but right now, I'm a little bit apprehensive to take shorts, and the reason behind it is because I do genuinely believe we bottomed, so I think there's potentially more room for upside growth right now in the market. I do think there's a bit more room for upside growth for sure. All right, I'm feeling bullish. I'm feeling bullish so long as this candle right here stays above this red line. So long as that's above this red line right here, 86,835, I'm feeling bullish. I mean, really 87,000, like that's the level, to put it bluntly. So long as we're above 87,000, I'm like, okay, rah, like we're still on here. Anything below 87,000, it gets a bit like, you know. I do believe a lot of these massive dumps are out. We've got a lot of institutional buying coming back in as well. We always like to, you know, use the poly market odds as well. And the Fed rate cut is at 75%. So 75%, meaning, yeah, 73% for a 25 cut, 2% for a 50 cut. Okay, so that's where we're at on that front. If we go back to CRO, let's have a bit of a look. The 1 minute chart not looking good. So CRO, in terms of breakout, not looking good. But I tell you what, remember what I said about a better entry? The entry, can you understand what I said? So you remember when I said this would not have been the most ideal entry? So that was the right call, right? It wasn't the right entry because as tempting as it is to sort of go, okay, we had the breakout. All right, this is on the 15-minute chart, but it's still valid on the shorter time frame, yeah? Less valid because it is a shorter time frame, but still valid to a sense. Had the weak breakout, it closed. Had the confirmation, it closed. Now what we're having is a retest. This is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. It's a healthy retest, so long as we don't get a wick under this green line that I've drawn through right here. Okay, which basically aligns with the 20 and the 50 EMA right here. Yeah. So long as we stay above that, we are potentially on. Yeah, we're potentially on. So you got to respect it, guys. You got to respect it. Okay. So we're chilling on that there. But yeah, let me know, guys. Are there any projects? Is there anything that any projects that you want me to also do some TA on right now? Maybe they're Chronos projects. You know, it could be anything. Could be anything, guys. I'd be more than happy to, take a bit of a look-see. Okay. So see now we can see. So see, look at this here. See, this would have been again not super ideal. I would have probably liked it to come a little bit lower, like probably here. You know, trying to get the buy right there. That's a bit cheeky. Obviously, you get the buy there. You can set a stop loss maybe here. Okay, so if it does hit your stop loss, you're getting out at a better price. All right. I probably would have wanted to see it come to there. You know, If you want to be like mega conservative with it, do you know what I mean? That's that's how you'd want to do it. But again, if you took, that's what I'm saying, like if you're scalping right here, if you would have taken that entry there, you could have been in and out on this one move, right? 0.22%, you go with that 5x, that's 1% move in like in a few minutes, you know what I mean? So that would have been a great little play there. But I have been burned before, you know, taking a trade a little too far above the EMAs. I want to, you know, and this is just being conservative. Again, it all depends on your strategy, but this is like the zone I would have wanted to kind of hit for a buy, so that if I do hit my stop loss, it's not going to be as bad, you know, the loss, because you can't just chuck your stop loss anywhere, right? You got to be a bit wary of where you put it. Okay, you got to be a bit wary. Okay, so I'm probably going to wrap up the stream pretty soon, guys. But look, I appreciate everyone that's been here for this stream. It's been a great little stream. Been a great little stream so far. BTC is still kind of holding up here. I haven't quite got the entry I was hoping for. So we haven't entered a trade just yet because, yeah, I was looking to enter on CRO. Had we have entered here, we probably could have got out a nice little bit of a profit there. Entering here would not be wise. We'd be looking for a pullback. Yeah, what are you going to do? But it's good just to sort of see how this is all playing out. Because again, you could argue like this is looking pretty good. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low if that's the low. Okay, getting a bit of double top pattern here. That's not bad. This general structure here is moving up. Okay, it's moving up. Yeah, from here to here in the last 7 hours, we're up 1.79% on Crow had you have entered here. So that would have been a fantastic entry. Even if you rode out that little dump. Well, actually, you would have come down a bit low there, but you get what I'm saying. Take those off. Ooh, take that off. Take that off. That, and that. Okay. Alright guys, appreciate everyone who jumped on the stream today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit me up in the comments. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up and try to jump back on tomorrow to see what this market is doing. But right now, CRO is moving up. It's not quite at the zone I would like to buy in. Again, I would either like to buy on the retest at this level here or on the breakout. It hasn't quite hit those levels, but I'm going to be keeping an eye on it, and let's see. Perhaps we'll get an entry tomorrow. But yeah, I don't want to rush in. I don't want to rush in, guys. So, and do remember, guys, to enter into my 1,000 Crow giveaway. Giving away 1,000 Crow every week. Deposit $200, get $40 back. No KYC, no VPN. Best trade for Americans and Europeans. No questions asked. And it's got the best spreads, guys. And this is where we're going to be doing our trading. Okay, over on BitUnix. Link in the stream description and in the top of the chat. Peace out, guys.